there. What can he do? The flashbang was pretty effective. Not able to pop anyone, trying to delay at this point, but there's only so many opportunities you have for that. And it looks like DreamEaters are off to a fantastic start. Astralis is going to be on the back foot. Device in 1 versus 5. They know exactly where he is. Probably wants to save his Kevlar. Maybe get a cheeky kill. But getting through that tunnel, absolutely impossible.
Won't see it in action, it seems, as DreamEaters will be stacking the long position. There's another tag for Device. Beautiful stuff from him. He can jump up on these boxes as well. Chooses the low ground, takes one in the face, and maybe the worst is over for DreamEaters.
Yeah, surely it should be a save now for Astralis. They can carry these guns into the following round. dupree's collected a Mac 10, so that can be dropped to a teammate. Looks like they're getting a little bit aggressive, though. Throwing some nades in, threatening the bomb site. And that may actually just also be to buy time if they do decide to save. If you threaten the bomb site and kind of make it look like you're going for it, that will hold the DreamEaters off for an extra time. And that looks like that might be the case here. Zipex, of course, stuck in CT. I don't know that he has been spotted. And DreamEaters have to be careful that if they attack that position, they do it in numbers, because if Zipex gets a kill, you can't allow him to save a gun in that position. So it looks like DreamEaters will pick the safest option or go towards the long and pit position, and they will be safe. So Astralis is still dangerous in this following round. We'll have to see if they can get anything done with what they've saved. But I like the detail from DreamEaters. I feel like we don't...
Pushes that these CTs could do. They've got to hop over the corner, though, and he's going to find himself some... Forrester. There is another SMG to be collected by his teammate now. And DreamEaters will head towards B. They've got the choke point. They're through the choke point, rather. dupree's outside the bomb site, and there's plenty more utility for DreamEaters to try and hold on to things.
It's a weird spot for Astralis in the sense that Zipex and dupree might actually want to save because of the Kevlar. They don't have any utility at all to really get in there. Obviously, they are buying next round, so that's... Sometimes, the fact that you're buying in the following round does make the argument that you'll try to just go for it and get some damage in. But again, without utility, damage is pretty much impossible. So they're trying to control both exits. You can see 2 players in the tunnels, which is a more realistic point of defense. They'll show themselves there. Now, I might encourage the DreamEaters to go out of the doors towards CT spawn, where now the rest of Astralis have rotated, where they'll have 3 players. This is actually beautiful. Right now, DreamEaters think that tunnels is not safe, but Astralis then stack the mid position. That is so smart, James. That is so damn smart.
Up on the ramp, you could see over this smoke if they go towards the door. That's a beautiful HG from dupreee.
Yeah, straight up through the window. They'll try to go the flashbangs. Nailed it onto Magis, but dupreee is clear. I don't know about your defense, but there is Speedak on the other end with the AWP. The nades come out. The bomb has been spotted. Device is committed. Gets himself a second one. Speedak tries to trade. He knows he has to, but it's too difficult. And there comes the nade to follow it up. And that's Astralis for you. Long will be taken as a response by Forrester. That is something, but it's...
There is room for some recovery if they can take position. Forrester's top mid, but he's got no flashbang for his teammates, so it's dry peeks from Kinky. And it doesn't look like this is going to work out. Device moving forward now. dupree's in the red. You see he was considering trying to trade them, but he's got to let Magis bleed. He will do...
A little bit strange, but they should be okay. It would be an amazing result for DreamEaters to be able to try to trade onto one more kill. If they could find another kill, I think they've already exceeded the expectations for a round like this. Again, the Astralis economy is awful, and that is... by and large, because DreamEaters have been playing really well in terms of hitting their shots, and when they take their opportunities, when they go for their pushes, and having some good coordination and communication. So that one kill will go quite far for them. Really nice that they picked that one up.
That's like $5,000 of damage.
Absolutely, yeah. It's very expensive buys on the CT. This is like the dynamic of a Dust2 T-side default. And it's the CT's jobs to try to have good positions, to deal with both things. And here comes the B split. So they threaten that A-bomb site, keep 3 players there. And here comes the B split. Forrester through the window. But dupreee and Magis are making quick work of this push. Zipex still alive, but not for too much longer. Looks like DreamEaters will take the B-bomb site. Nice B split. But the retake is going to be deadly here from Astralis.
They've got 3 flashes, no molly for space control. Device drops the AWP for the AK, more nimble. Maybe there'll be an opportunity to retrieve it later. Speedak with an important shot with the scout into the B-bomb site in first place. No HGs to go behind the box or anything like that. Speedak considering his options. What is the best flash to throw? Astralis being slow. 2 of the 3 players with defuse kits. slowly edging through the choke points. He's been left alone. Speedak, Kinky 1 versus 2. Now they've got a double peek, but they've got to get on the bomb as well. Huge frag from Device. Glaive didn't have time to double peek with.
Very close round from DreamEaters. They're playing a good Dust2 so far, and they might just burst onto dupreeh. He's going to be in for some trouble here. Can he get this? Looking for maybe a continuation. Spray falling back. Magisk has beautiful cover. Oh, God. It looked like it could have been really bad for dupreeh, but Magisk has him covered. I don't think that they realize this, but they need to go B immediately to beat. There's a small window of timing where Astralis' play could backfire, but I think they may be a little bit too slow here. Still, though, 4 players towards this A side, but there's no smoke to cover the approach to B. And with that said, Astralis will stabilize.
Glaive makes his way towards top mid while all that is happening, so the net continues to close. dupreeh spots the bomb, and they know where Speedak is exactly, and the longer Speedak takes to go for a play here, he knows he's going to be up against more players, and there's Device to finish off the kill, and they have the range, so they need not ask questions towards that long position, but Short may be better to burst onto the site, and Zipix is holding control of that at the moment. He's got dupreeh and Device behind him, so there can be grenades if they need them. As far as almost got 4 grenades at this point. Glaive is just absolutely taking liberties now. Still just standing there on his own with some pre-fire. Beautiful stuff. That is just, Astralis are just imposing their will and taking liberties. Is there anything they can do about it, though?
They're going for the right response here, trying to get out of middle and trying to go towards that B-bomb site. Astralis were gambling towards that A-bomb side, of course, and DreamEaters smartly didn't allow Magisk's smoke to be an argument to go and force themselves towards that A site. That would have been suboptimal, to say the least. Trying to hold on to position. Glaive, though, will take down Sviat, who was looking for that top mid play. So it's a 2 versus 2, so chances here for Astralis. Flash smoke is all the utility they have. There goes the flashbang. Smoke, not sure if Glaive will throw that into, well, he can't throw it into tunnel because his teammate's coming from there. Forrester forced up. They know that he's there now. Doing the dance, delaying. There goes the engagement. It's all about time here. Speedak is going to be forced to die, I think, with this bomb. Oh, he's jumping onto the... Is he actually going for the defuse? He's trying to stick it. Is there actually any time? Sees a jump to Xbox. And really, it's just about delaying and controlling the flow of the T's. They know that they want catwalk. They always do. Bomb spotted, but that's not too much information. Again, they can still go back towards B, dropping into middle. Magisk has moved out of the B bomb site to cover that as dupreeh looks with the AWP into the tunnels from the plateau on B.
Not a sound cue's heard. Oh dear, the angles are beautiful from Magisk, but this time he won't get any frags. Can the damage be capitalized on? Previously, Device got a kill through the smoke before they started to cross, and maybe that's deterred them, and maybe that's why they're going towards the tunnel instead. There's already a Molotov there, and the smoke is perfectly timed, but it's dupreeh with the AWP. He's got to try and avoid the flashbangs. Maybe the AWP was a mistake after all. Man advantage now for DreamEaters. And there's no grenades for the retake and 2 AWP, so this has become extremely awkward for Astralis. Who knows, if he had an M4 there, could have played close to the smoke with the timing, but such is life.
Yeah, and they've made awkward work before. They'll actually get rid of one of those AWPs and see if what they can do. Glaive ready to burst through that window. There's no flashbangs to work with, though. That's really annoying. No incendiaries. That makes life very difficult against 4 players set up on the side. Zipix will take down Kinky on the trade, but the numbers game is in favor of DreamEaters, so there's not really more that they can do. Zipix are at least trying to make it costly. It's on 15 HP, gets shot in the face, and DreamEaters will escape. So 5 rounds for DreamEaters with a chance at a couple more. And that's not bad from them so far. Keep trying to keep it honest in terms of the flanks, because that has been a problem from Astralis. Oh, dupreeh, he finds the timing. He listens to those grenades getting primed, and he knows that that's his timing to peak, and he'll be absolutely correct. Picks up a kill, and now they've lost 2 before they can even make the push into the A site. This is an absolute disaster here for DreamEaters. They couldn't execute the push, and they've lost pretty much everybody.
Yeah, this is beautiful from Astralis. They are really exploiting DreamEaters with these plays. We'll come back to it with more time. Speedak's on 6 HP, and Sviat there will go down in.
No idea about this B push. What a beautiful fake timing from DreamEaters. They could not have played this more perfectly. Forrester gets the kill. This will only serve to sell this play even more. Forrester annihilates 2 players on A now, and Astralis are going to be very surprised to realize eventually the bomb is on B.
This is absolutely ridiculous. DreamEaters are playing well above their pay grade. That's one of the biggest baits I've seen on Dust2. A full rotation from Astralis. They have absolutely outmaneuvered them. This is so impressive. Again, considering all the pressure from Astralis to have these a mid-round call like that, where have they got all this from? It's insane. DreamEaters, Dupree now, 1 versus 3, looking for an ace to bring this round back. Crad's pretty heavily damaged. There's no more grenades, and that bomb's pretty far ticked. It's been quite
good win for Astralis early on. They've got Molotov, a Molotov and 2 smokes, so all sorts you can do with that. Ooh, they'll be getting the smoke towards the corner on A, towards B as well. They actually are going to fake. They're going for a fake here, and it's actually going to pull away players. Device, here's the running Kinky. That's a great shot, and that is so needed as well. Oh my goodness, fnatic comes back in as well. Kinky, long range. My God, what is this? DreamEaters annihilating this push. Astralis' fake was working, the rotation was happening, but still DreamEaters respond, and it's Kinky.
Take a bullet for the president, get the bomb towards the site, try and get a short plant if you can. Spidak actually has basically no support. Kinky's long, but he's got no flashbangs, so if Astralis' timing is right, they might get a bomb plant out of this, but maybe they're going to get devastated by the HE. Could have been a lot worse. Can they plant the bomb?
It's not looking likely. There's an incendiary available as well for Speed. Yeah, or Spidak, I should say. And
we're out of position. We're not going to throw all our toys in the bin. We're going to go and save on A long.
Yeah, and you like to see that. I mean, sometimes you just have to do this. It's, again, you know, very similar to Inferno. There are the rotations are so incredibly punishing. And I mean, that actually just goes to show as well, like how important utility is in delaying your opponents. Because if you do get enough delay, then you buy time for that rotation, and the round can be contested. But you can't do that. Got to give it up, and that's what DreamEaters will do. Astralis have to be cautious here as well. They have no money, so whilst they can maybe sack 1 or 2 players to try to get a cheap frag, see Glaive trying to get a cheap frag. He's going to actually fire, I think, almost every bullet in his AK. Ooh, Kinky! Oh my goodness. Well, for us to have the right timing as well. Yeah, there's a smoke grenade. That is nicely timed. Forced to peek there. That smoke's not going to do too much at this point. He was alone, of course. They can just run straight through this. They have no choice but to do so, and they'll find an empty bomb site. Very nice. And DreamEaters, they might be in a position where they have to save this again. They don't have any utility to break back into this, and there's simply too many players in Astralis alive, so they will have to give this one up. Fortunately, they have some forward positions around middle, so they're not going to be caught by any flanks or anything like that. Sometimes you can get, when you go for these saves, you can get caught by a late lurk. That will not be the case here, so they get to keep these guns alive, which is nice, but at the same time, they're losing rounds. Yep. So that's going to start to be a problem very soon.
At least Crad can get rid of the FAMAS. But indeed, Astralis moved to 11. The second round for them in this second half.
Seen the stats be so weighted like that, but of course we're going to see a lot more AWPing from him on the CT side. Crab picking it up as well. He's a dab hand, and it's a fast push coming in from Astralis towards B. Forrester, how many does he get? 3 quick ones on the defense for DreamEaters. They've shut it down. Astralis tried the shock and all. They try to speed up that pace. They try to catch them off guard, but it is them who get caught. And DreamEaters, this is not over just yet. They need this round. They need to not lose any players. Their money is exhausted. They must survive with all 4.
Yeah, it's interesting if they just threw this in to mix things up, or maybe it was because of the timeout. They were expecting something funky, like a hold of long or something. They might have the right position, but it might let DreamEaters back into the game. Not over just yet though, is it? 2 versus 3 now. This is doable. Although Glaive goes for the reload. Maj is taking damage, taking even more than that. Glaive knows the CTs have got to be towards the A bomb site, but is he able to cross towards B bomb site, sorry? Is he able to cross towards A? Show some presence towards the middle doors. 48 seconds, he'll hide his position, but what are his intentions? The longer he waits, the less CTs he'll have to engage. Rather than 3 towards B, it might be 1 towards A. But he will need to cross. 2 AWPs on deck for DreamEaters, however, it's Kinky on the A site with an AK-47. 25 seconds. Kinky, 44 HP. See him hiding there, so I assume his teammates got the angle. A little jiggle maybe. And Sviat's made his way onto the bomb site. The CT flashes have come and gone. It's all going to be about the fragging now. 20 seconds. That is a huge headshot from Dupree, but Sviat still needs to be dealt with. And it's Sviat alone now on the A bomb site, looking for the spray. Has he got enough bullets? Down to the pistol. The bomb is still with Magisk. If he'd got that frag, who knows?
Yeah, that is some key kills coming out of Astralis. I don't know how Dupree got that headshot behind the box. He must have just swung out for the pre-fire there. Crad moving in with the P250, gets the headshot.
An eco round for them. Kinky's got a HE, but he's not really in range to throw it. He's got a double pick of his teammate. The flashbang's there, but they'll get the kill regardless. Can the Cities protect the weapon? They can for the time being, but it will be collected by Krad. And there's a HE to create some space as well. Sviat pushing in the meantime. Both these players are low, both Dupree and Magis. He could get 2 kills out of this, but he's got to pull his gun back out again. Oh, he might not check the angle. What does Magis choose to do? Sviat's going race carring towards T-spawn. He is the last player though, so that's a lot of information. However, Xipix has the bomb in T-spawn. Quickly collect